Hello dear friends, let's talk about problems of Fiat Stilo. The most problematic is the electronics. The standard Fiat bollard, quite regularly there are various sensors that report this or that for no reason. Many electronics units cause the most problems, so a smaller error is enough for the electrical companies to show the downside. If you opt for the 1.2 liter variant, be sure to check the cylinder head gasket as they are subject to faster wear, especially if the coolant does not change regularly. The 1.6 liter 103 HP engine may have problems with the bobbin, fuel injection or electronics. ECU failure due to the unfortunate position of the ECU very close to the engine, resulting in overheating of the ECU and cracking of the solder. Reparation possible. The 1.6 16V and 1.8 16V engines have a problem of oil consumption. 1.8 gasoline engine. On some models manufactured in 2002, the drive belt may be noisy or loose. Cause of lack of tensioner bolts. Tighten or replace the tensioner or the timing belt if damaged. The most common problem with JTD engines is the EGR valve and MAF sensor. In diesel engines, the so-called floating flywheel can be worn, which is not cheap. The failure is manifested by vibration. Diesel turbine failures are rare. The vibration in the cap, also with the diesel engine, is most likely due to the wear of the engine mount. Service personnel advise that the fuel in the tank is always above the minimum, due to the submersible pump being lubricated and cooled with diesel. For diesel and gasoline gear belt problems, regular replacement at 60,000 km is recommended. The alternator pulley is subject to premature wear due to its rubber part. With the 1.9 JTD, it often creates mechanical vibration and hiss, called hiss. Error caused by a rubber insert in the crankshaft pulley. With the 1.9 JTD produced in July 2002 at 2000 to 3000 RPM, there is uneven acceleration due to a fault in the engine electronics. The problem of electronics is often the problem of the CAN bus connecting computers in the vehicle. Delicate fuse board which loses connection due to moisture penetration. Style electronics are sensitive to voltage changes, so improper installation of an alarm or music device can cause a problem. Avoid washing the engine, as the electronics are sensitive to moisture. Robotic cell speed gearbox. Abarth manufactured until 2003 and especially those manufactured by November 2001. Problems with managing electronic gear changes. Reprogramming of the ECU gearbox is required. When buying, you should also pay attention to tire wear, as there were a couple of suspension problems with some models, which will easily recognize you by the uneven pattern. Also check for any strange trap sounds. Parts are not expensive, but there are often more small things, so the bill can grow nicely. After greatly mileage, vertical stabilizers, persistent clamps may be worn on the front ladder or the front fork, which includes a ball and two silencer blocks, may need to be replaced. The rear trap is reliable and the front trap more precisely triangular forks or front stabilizer. Models manufactured until February 2002 often suffer from noise from the back of the car. The fault is the shock absorber, ring or bracket. Problematics with ABS contacts occur. They are solved by soldering. Electric servo failure, i.e. steering wheel position transducer. The steering wheel often received negative ratings. The noisy steering wheel irritates the owners, and it is not unusual for it to schedule the much praised city mode, which makes it easier to turn the steering wheel. He is also criticized for not being direct enough. Sometimes the problem is poor airbag contacts, which are located under the seat, so the computer is not triggered by anything caused by the light in the cushion being defective. Also, a problem in the first series was the passenger seat weight sensor, which registers the presence of the front passenger airbag, which has caused the problem on specimens since 2003. There were some complications with the passenger's airbag, and it's not new that your light comes on for the same reason for no reason. The problem is in the connector located under the seat, and the repair itself is not expensive. Only the contacts are tightened. Of course, first check that the car is not hit because it is possible that there is no airbag, so the light comes on for a reason. Regular oil control of the engine is required. Problems with electrical components in the cab. The trip computer often displays incorrect fuel economy information. A common problem with table illumination. Water penetration will cause a short circuit. The tailgate switch often does not work. The rear door remote control does not work. Requires switch replacement. The error occurs in all bodywork. Pay attention when purchasing Fiat Stilo. Whether there are any signs of water leakage in the cabin. Repair can be very expensive and complicated. If the car also has window lifters, pay attention to them because it is not uncommon for them to fail. Airbag light wants to come on for no reason. Test the air conditioner well, because repairs are often very expensive. Check the gearbox. Failures are frequent, and the failure of the entire gearbox. Motor operation due to electronic unit failures. Condition of the rack gearing. Actual mileage, usually large. With diesel, you should pay attention to the condition of the turbine, flywheel and MAF sensor, air flow when buying. There are the weak points of an otherwise very high quality and reliable unit. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and if you're the owner of this car, then share your experience. It will help others to choose a car. Goodbye.